Hi guys and welcome to a new video. Today I want to talk about the the meeting that will happen today at 6 p.m. UK time between Trump and Zelensky and all his entire crew of EU leaders. Of course, Zelensky doesn't. He wants to avoid the humiliation of last time in February in the Oval Office. So, of course, he had to bring the entire crew with him. And look, we have like this meeting is gonna end up in there are only two options, and I really hope for the second, actually for the first option, the one that is actually the more probable to happen. So there is one option. One is that Zelensky refuses the deal that Putin and Trump are going to offer him, which is already known. The deal is to completely withdraw from Donetsk, from the region of Donetsk, which is this one. This region is gonna border. I'm just gonna draw the border for you. So to completely withdraw from this region, in exchange for the freezing of the front line in the Zaporizhzhia Oblast, the Zaporizhzhia Oblast. My God. Here. And also the Kherson Oblast. This line that I drew right now is what Russia is supposed to take as well. The four regions, those are the borders of the two additional regions that Russia included in its constitution. But Putin accepted a compromise to give up what hasn't been conquered yet in exchange for Donetsk. For me, like in my opinion, and probably Russia will have to withdraw also from the Kharkiv region. So that's gonna be for me. That's not. There we go, from these two regions here. From this region over here, from this bit, this entire bit here is part of the Kharkiv region, the Kharkiv Oblast, and also these small bits here and there. For me, that's not a good deal at all. That's a big compromise. Like even for me, even taking the four full oblasts. Of course, I'm not going to include Crimea because Crimea is already Russian. But taking only these four regions was too little for me. Like the more ideal option was to take the entire Kharkiv region and to reconnect Russia with Transnistria, which is occupied by a pro-Russian Moldovan militias and the Russian army as well since 1991, since the dissolution of the Soviet Union. Okay, this map is rubbish. This bit here, this is called Transnistria. The original plan was to reconnect, to take Odessa, of course, which is a really important city, and to reconnect Russia, mainland Russia, with Transnistria, and to make Ukraine a landlocked country. It would have been more ideal to make Ukraine a landlocked country, to take this bit here, to take this. That was the most ideal. But if Russia takes only Donetsk, that's not. Yes, this area here is around 5,000 kilometers squared, while this area is only 1,000. This is only 1,000. While this is 6,000. The areas of the Donetsk that hasn't been recaptured yet, and it would seem like a good swap, but it's not actually. It's not really a good swap, because the original plan was to take Donetsk, Luhansk, which has been almost fully retaken. Only small bits of Luhansk are still need to be reconquered. This bit here and this bit here. And so if of course Putin offered this deal because he knows that probably Zelensky will refuse it, and if Zelensky refuses it, that will mean that will give Russia, it will make Russia look like that it's willing to compromise and in order for peace, and that Zelensky is rejecting peace and that he wants war. So maybe that's a bluff. Maybe that's a bluff from Putin. I really hope that that's a bluff from Putin, because if it's not and Zelensky accepts, I think it's going to be a defeat for Russia. I think 3 entire years and hundreds of thousands of Russian casualties just to retake back Donetsk. I don't think that would be a partial Russian loss. So the first option is Russia to refuse, and that will mean that the first option will be for Zelensky to refuse the deal. So that will mean that Russia will have to take the remaining parts of Donetsk through war, basically. And of course, more Russia takes through war, and more Russia's requests are gonna be higher in the future. Like if Russia manages to take Donetsk, what's gonna be left for Ukraine to negotiate on? Because the plan that Putin's plan is to make Zelensky accept peace in exchange of territory, and he needs to make this peace plan quite inviting, but not too much at the same time, because he actually doesn't want, at least in my opinion, at least in my analysis, he doesn't want Zelensky to accept. What will be the most ideal thing for Russia will be for Zelensky. Option one will be for Zelensky to refuse the deal and suffer another humiliation from Trump, and for the United States to stop delivery of weapons to Ukraine, but for a longer time. When Trump stopped it the first time in February, it was only for 2 weeks, I think. It didn't really do much of a difference. And they stopped Starlink as well, but not for too long. But this time, because Trump will think that he's being humiliated by the EU and Zelensky and Ukraine, I think he will make the stop of American weapons delivery to Ukraine longer, and that will be a great chance for Russia to advance faster and to retake the entire of Donbass, the entire region of Donbass, uh, through through war. And once Russia takes Pokrovsk, it's gonna be way easier because Pokrovsk is one of the most important logistical and strategic centers. Pokrovsk is basically the door for Russia's advance, both in the north of Donetsk, and the door for the Dnipropetrovsk, the Dnipropetrovsk Oblast. And of course, if Russia has the door open for the Dnipro, it will automatically have the door for Zaporizhzhia. So what will be like? I think that Russia should have patience with this war. Try as much as it can to take Pokrovsk, and then um, try to advance first on the north of Donetsk, and to make like a pincer movement both through from the south to the north and from the north to the south, take Donetsk, maybe also take this bit here on the Kharkiv Oblast, so the Russian gain like a natural barrier from the Oskol River, this river here. And after retaking Donetsk, it can go into further offensives, both depend both here in the Kharkiv region and retake these lost positions, and to make a buffer zone as well, or to the Zaporizhzhia. It's up to them really. So we will see how it will go, this meeting. Option 1, Zelensky refuses and the war carries on, and Trump stops the delivery weapons to Ukraine. Option 2, Zelensky accepts, though I think that it's gonna be less likely. Zelensky accepts the land swap and the war is over. Please guys, let me know what you think. Put a like if you can. Let's increase these views so I can make more videos. And thank you for watching, and have a nice day. Bye bye.